Okay.
Hey, I'm Jessica.
Start over.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kayla.
And we are study abroad students from Wisconsin in the United States.
We're spending 3 months in Winchester this semester.
So here's a look into our journey from England.
Okay, so I'm leaving for England tomorrow, and it's totally nuts. I don't know what to expect. I'm very nervous about meeting friends. What if I hate the food? I'm the pickiest eater I've ever met.
Oh my goodness, I practiced packing like 5 times because I was so worried about it.
I am super excited, but mostly freaking out because how am I supposed to pack this many outfits in a suitcase? Let me tell you something, it's impossible.
My bags are officially packed and we are on the road driving to Minneapolis, a 4-hour drive, which is where I'll be flying out of tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm here with my dad.
Hello.
We're driving in the middle of a snowstorm, so not the best weather conditions right now, but I'm excited to get to England. Dad's doing a great job. I actually had a few bumps in the road. Like when I went through security, they had to like pat me down because like I don't know why, they just like had to do that to me, and they confiscated my Nutella. I am in the airport with Emily, who I'm studying abroad with. We had a little bump in the road with Nutella. Apparently it's considered a liquid and I can't bring it on the plane. So I'm 1 Nutella short, but we're still headed to London.
All right, boarding in 15 minutes.
Wish us luck.
I had like a going away dinner with friends the Saturday before I left, and then a family dinner the night before I left. And I think they were all sad, but I was just kind of like, okay, bye. It didn't really feel real yet that I was leaving, but once I was like in the airport, I kept crying because I was finally like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get to see them for so long.
And then we got to Winchester really late at night, so it was like pitch black and I couldn't really see where I was going or anything. So I was in my dorm room at night and I didn't even know what the place I was in looked like. I think my room is somewhere ahead of me. The hardest person to say goodbye to is probably my dad. He like always gets kind of emotional when I leave for college, and so I knew this one was going to be really hard too. I think I already FaceTimed my dad like 5 times in like 2 days.
I didn't know what to expect really. I've never experienced anything like this. I've just been amazed. Like I've been taking so many pictures because everything is incredible. And I love, especially at Winchester, like this building is so modern, but then you look right over there and everything is like super old, and I love the contrast. I don't know, it's so much fun to watch. I guess one thing that I wasn't prepared for was I thought the campus would already be filled with British students, so it's been really like empty since I've been here. This campus is so hilly and like you have to make so many turns to get to a place. Like where I live, you can just like stand in a spot and see all the buildings from like one spot, and here you can't really see like anything like that, so it's been harder to get around and stuff. And then like going downtown and stuff, it's actually, everyone told me it was small and wouldn't have a lot of shopping, and it's kind of, I think because I thought it would be so small, it's bigger than I thought it would be. And so it was fun to see like everyone like out and about today. So here, because I didn't know anybody coming in, I've been having to actually talk to people and reach out, and I've been having to go around and find my way and ask questions. So we had a speaker come talk to all the exchange students, and one thing he said was like, you don't find out what it's like to be American until you leave America and like have something to compare yourself to. And that's something that I think is going to stick with me because like it's true already. When I'm comparing myself to others' cultures, I found out more about myself, and it's not that I'm changing, I'm just like having a more clear vision of who I am, I guess.
I'm feeling pretty bummed. I'm really homesick, and I keep calling my mom, and I just keep looking at the pictures of my friends. And I've only been gone like 5 days, but because I'm so far away, it just feels like a lifetime. And it's freaking me out to know that I have to be here for 3 more months.
Like it's really hard to meet people. And then I went to my class this morning, and like we like went around and like said like who we were and stuff, and like I thought that when I said that I was a study abroad student from America, they would all like be more friendly or like welcoming or something. And like no one even cared. Like they were like wondering why I like even told them that. In America, I feel like we have exchange students and everyone wants to be their friend right away. We want to like hear about their culture. And here, I just think that Winchester has a lot of American exchange students, so it's not new. People are used to it. I don't know. I thought like that I'd be like being a study abroad student would be like people wouldn't want to talk to me because of that's who I am, but it's like opposite. Like they don't want to talk to me because I'm a study abroad student.
Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, Jess. If you haven't, this is your first day of class, and you're worried about meeting people, and it'll take time. But
I was looking forward for all of the students coming on campus, and I was going to get to meet everybody. But I didn't realize that like everyone was being reunited from the break that they just had, so they all just wanted to like talk with their own friends, and it was harder to meet people. And I thought people would be maybe more interested that I was an exchange student and want to ask me questions and stuff, but it wasn't like that at all.
It's been a little sad actually because there's been a lot of big things going on with my family. So like my sister got engaged, and my other sister, she just had her baby 2 weeks ago. And then my dad, there's a lot of big things happening with his company. And so my whole family has been together for so many things at this point, and I'm here. So yeah, it's been a bummer, but I think it helps that I don't feel totally out of it. Like, so there's no language barrier, and it's not entirely different. So I feel really comfortable, and I've made such great friends, and that's helped an amazing amount because I don't really know how happy I'd be without my friends right now. Obviously, I love it here, but I keep saying I wish I could go home for like a weekend just to be back, and then I'll come right back here and be totally okay.
It's the start of week 5, and I cannot believe I've already been here 5 weeks. I remember when it was like week 1 and I was freaking out because I thought 3 months was a lifetime and I didn't think I would survive here. I'm alive!
It's official, folks. We're heading to our big first weekend trip to celebrate Caleb Pierce's birthday in Cardiff, Wales this weekend. Whoop whoop!
I went to Cardiff with my friends for my birthday.
Thank you so much to everyone that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. I had such a fun weekend with my friends in Wales, and I can't wait for an exciting rest of the year. Cheers!
Coming in, I was worried since my birthday was so early. I was like, what if I don't have any friends to even celebrate with? But like I said, I got really lucky and met them right away. And we went for a weekend, and it was so much fun. We got really lost, and it was raining, and I felt like it was just like the typical experience. Like, it was like a movie.
Traveling is harder than I thought it would be. It's hard to plan everything under a budget and figuring out around my class schedule when I can do things. So we're trying to plan some of our trips, and we're realizing it's a lot harder.
It's definitely not working.
Like, we're trying to visit my friend in Denmark, and we got the flights all figured out. It was going to be cheap, like right on time, and we can't find a train to take us to the airport. I usually travel with a girl named Emily, and we kind of bounce off each other. Like, neither of us really know what we're doing, but that's what makes it fun, is getting lost and figuring it out. So then we're also trying to go to Greece for a long weekend, and we found out how to get a plane there for cheap and how to get in a ferry and go to a place in an island. And
again, we can't find a train.
We can't find a train. One of my favorite things I did was go to Copenhagen and meet one of my friends from high school who studied abroad in America. And I got to hang out with him and his friends all weekend, and I got to stay in his house. So it was really like, I was really immersed in the culture the whole time. I didn't have to stay in a hostel or anything. And that was really fun because I automatically had a friend who I could tour the city with.
The Super Bowl was crazy. I loved it so much, and I love that you got to watch it here, except it was super weird because it was in the middle of the night. But it was so much fun. I didn't expect anybody here to care about it. And like, the people here cared about it more than I did.
Super Bowl in England equals British people wearing literally any shirt that has to do with American football.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I'm happy I got to do it.
My best experience has been horseback riding and four-wheeling in Greece. And it's been my dream destination since I was a little girl, so I'm so happy to have finally gone there, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. It was a little hard to get there. We booked through a third party, which I guess you're not allowed to do with Ryanair. Okay, so Emily's dad booked it with 1 minute to spare. Like, if we booked the flight 1 minute later, we would have had to pay $200 to get to Greece. We're so lucky.
Can you go have fun now?
Yes, we're gonna go have fun and ride horses in Greece. Because the island is so pretty, there's still so much to do, even though there wasn't a lot of people there. So the first day we just spent our time walking around and going into the little shops and looking at the view, and I can never get sick of that view. I wish I was still there looking at it. But the second day was even better. We rented four-wheelers and we got them for 24 hours. We got to ride around and go through the entire island on these four-wheelers. It was a very unique way to see everything that we wanted to see. And on our last day, we did a horseback riding tour through the mountains. We rode to a beach and we got to take beautiful pictures by the beach riding the horses. The flight home was pretty smooth, which is rare. We usually have a few hiccups in the road, but we made it home and we're back. So I don't think I'm ever going to be satisfied with the amount of traveling I do. I'm always going to want to do more, but I'm happy to be checking things off the list, and it's been really fun doing it.
Yeah, like as soon as my friends and I get back from a trip, we immediately looking up new flights to new places because we're like, okay, now where else can we go? But I feel like with where I've been, I'm very satisfied because I've never been to Europe, and it's just amazing to think that I'm in these new countries. Traveling to all the small European countries, America kind of is a bunch of little countries too. Like, America has so many different cultures in every state that you go to. When people hear I'm from America, they're like, oh, like, New York City's the best. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't even been to New York City. And so, yeah, I guess, like, it's hard going to one city in a country because you don't get to experience the whole country. Like, I'm not showing pictures from, like, my late nights of studying and essay writing. I feel like it's kind of expected. Like, let me show everybody how cool this is and, like, the really cool things I'm doing. But I don't want them to know that not everything is perfect. There's some things, like, I don't want people to know that I struggle here sometimes because I don't want them to worry. Like, even with my dad, when I FaceTime him, if something horrible goes wrong, like, I don't tell him right away because I know he's just going to be worried until it's fixed. I'm sitting here in a bench in Germany, and I brought some people with me.
Hey.
Mom and Dad are here. It was really good to see them. It was funny because, like, they haven't really traveled out of the country. My dad's been to Canada, and I think that's it. And so it was really fun to just see how they interact in a new place compared to me. Like, to me, I look like an expert traveler compared to them. But yeah, it was fun taking them around all the places that I've been. How did you feel about sending me abroad for these 3 months?
At first, I wasn't for it at all. But when I got more information and she got so excited, we got used to the idea.
I was very excited for Jessica to come over, but I was very, very nervous having her be this far away.
What was your reaction when I called home the first week, upset and crying?
You didn't seem homesick. What you were upset about was manageable and we could help you with it. So I was okay. I felt bad that you were upset, but at least you didn't want to come home and you weren't miserable.
Okay, what do you think of Europe and the UK and, like, biggest cultural differences?
Well, first of all, our visit has exceeded expectations and been very friendly and welcoming and easier to get around than we were expecting.
Yeah, I think that for me too, I think that, the people have been so just friendly and welcoming everywhere we've been. Especially, the UK is easy because there's not a language barrier.
Today's our last day in Germany. We have dinner tonight and then they leave in the morning.
So it's already March, which is just absolutely crazy to me because I can't believe how fast time has already flown by. I can't believe how lucky I am to be here, exploring Winchester every single day, traveling the world and living out my dreams. It's crazy how lucky I am right now.
I think what's going to stick with me is our first day of orientation. Somehow I ended up meeting the people that I've become closest with, and I just know those are friendships that are going to last. So I'm really thankful that happened right away. My closest friends are people who are in the international program from all around the world, and just being able to hang out with them, like, we couldn't be further from opposite people, and we get along so well. I think the people I've met have definitely encouraged me to, like, step outside of my comfort zone. So I'm trying new things, I'm trying new foods, I'm going to new places I didn't expect.
I was surprised to not have that many English friends because that's what I was expecting, and I think it's hard because they know that we're leaving and we know that we're leaving, and it's kind of easier to be friends with international students.
I almost feel like I haven't really tried to like expand my horizons as much because I know I'm leaving, and it's sad to think that I might make really great friends and have to say bye and like possibly never see them again.
I think my favorite was Paris because it was sort of a mess.
We are leaving for Paris! So excited!
But it was still just this amazing experience to go to France. Taking pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower just totally felt like a dream. And I guess I never really thought that it was like a real life experience I could do. And then, I don't know, it was just, I was there and I was with all my great friends and it was amazing. It's already the end of the semester. These 3 months totally flew by, and I think I'm shocked by it because when I first got here, I was really, really nervous about having to be away from home for 3 months. It'd be hard to talk to people, and I'd miss my family and friends. And I feel like someone snapped, and all of a sudden it's April.
I can't believe that my time in Winchester is almost done. It feels like just yesterday I arrived here and now I have to leave. I don't think I will ever be fully ready to leave because this has been feeling like home the past 4 months, but I am excited to go back home and see my friends and family again and eat tacos and American Chinese food and all the things that I've been missing since being here.
I think what surprised me the most is that I don't feel like I'm like in a place that different from home. Even though it's on a different continent, it really isn't too different. I don't know. I thought I feel like I'm on a different planet, but I feel pretty at home by this point.
I feel like I just got here. I do feel like I just got here, and I feel like there's so much more I could do here.
It's definitely been an adventure, meeting so many new people. I definitely wouldn't have met if I had stayed home.
It's gonna be weird going back home after all this.